You know, like I said, it was an answer. Yeah. And the answer in this state, his office is right down here, is the governor. He can put some people in charge that don't want to, huh?
Yeah. Been contacted several times about the young lady on the poster right behind you there.
Yeah.
And they send us an email, take it up with the back of the county. They don't
Take it up with the county, is what they said?
But it's not a county. If it was a county, I could sue them.
Right, exactly.
It's a state agency.
Well, same thing in Tennessee, it's a state agency.
Right back to the people I made a complaint about.
We've asked for investigation from back to the county and everything else.
And I've asked,
Ignored.
right, and I've asked our state agency, I'm like, where do I file a complaint on a worker? They're like, well, you have to take it up with your supervisor. I'm like, okay, so what if the supervisor's involved in it? We have to take it up with the regional. I'm like, no, wait a minute. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to mail it directly to the commissioner. That way I know it's in your hands, and then you figure out who needs to deal with it. And of course, they put it in file 13, around file, and I never get a response. Ever get a response. I file complaints on attorneys, file complaints on workers, never get a response.
I can tell you from us kind of protesting last time, Asa came out and got in his vehicle, and we had the posters with the statistics, and we're ready to show him whatever he wanted. He listened to us for 5 seconds, and he laughed at us and got in his vehicle and left.
Wow.
Yeah, he
Laughed
just
at
like,
us. She was here.
He never stopped.
She
He
was
never
here.
stopped walking.
Yeah, and
And we voted for it.
Y'all voted for him.
laughed at us, like verbally.
And I'll tell you, the national statistics are nationally they say 437,000 children are in foster care. I think that's a really low number. I think they picked some day, I don't know, maybe December 31st or something. But it is, yeah, you got a comment?
Everybody needs to learn, the lawyers are dealing with the same thing that I've dealt with. Everybody plays pass the buck.
Yeah.
And as soon as we all start grabbing them and saying, no, here, y'all both have the email, here's what's going on. Put it on paper where we can show it. We can show everybody, hey, this is what they're doing. Then we expose it.
Yeah, and
Until we expose it, we're screwed.
And we need to be able to say, what would you do? What will you do? What can I count on for you to do? If I can find this, if I can find that, what would you do? So, I mean, God bless you, you showed up. Okay, that to me alone is like wonderful. Okay, you showed up, you stepped up, you're willing to say something. So, yeah, go ahead, because I'm not interested.
well, if you're speaking of statistics and facts, now, what's the age range that you're seeing of children that are being taken from the home? I mean, be honestly, nobody's going to want a teenager that's
Right.
So if you're seeing an influx of a certain age range, then you got people out there targeting these families to
Yeah.
take their children for that age range.
Yeah.
Are
And
you
I
following
have
that?
Yeah, well, I am not good at keeping all those numbers in my head, but I do have a PowerPoint where I go through, and you can go to kidscount.org if you want to just kind of look at it yourself. I don't think they're totally accurate. I think their numbers are low, but you can look at anything you want to know about children, and you can scroll down the page, and you can see what your state stats are for children being entering foster care by age, et cetera, so you can look that up.
Right,
What's the
but
name of the
you can,
website again, please?
It's kidscount.org.
but you can pinpoint the people that are actually in the field. If you notice, like, if you
Right.
find what caseworker is putting these children in, you can find out that individual by that age range if they are out there just basically abduct children from families.
Right. I think it's worse than, I think people order children. I'm just going to tell you.
Exactly.
I think people order children.
I don't have the exact number, but I know the majority was 10 and under.
See,
Yes, I would
Yeah, like
agree.
1 and 2 year olds.
Look,
Well, they end up
even
being
if that takes place, right, the majority are not out there ordering children, right? Just like the majority of our legislators are not up there funneling money to get kickbacks. I mean,
Right.
that's happening, yeah, but look, the major problem is they're removing kids that are not in danger. The major problem is they're removing kids because of poverty, and they're removing kids because of neglect, and they're paying strangers
Yeah.
way too much to be a substitute. And as you said, it's an oppression, it's a social
All they did good.
But I will tell you, I mean, a couple personal stories. I know about that. There is the director of the Children's Service Welfare Agency in Baltimore, Maryland. She actually has a very good TED Talk video. She talks about foster care. It's not working. It's Molly Tierney. I thought, oh man, she's doing great.
Guarantee you
Right?
they've seen it. 'Cause we
Okay, but
post
you
it
know
all the
what?
time.
Do you know what? She's under investigation. Do you know why she's under investigation? Because she, first of all, she funneled a bunch of money to her friend's nonprofit, and she helped them get 2 kids. And it's a gay couple, and she called them for when the baby was being born in the hospital, and placed that baby, had her social worker place that baby directly with her friend under investigation. There's a case coming up that just came out in the Florida newspaper about a struggle between an aunt of a child and a nonprofit director who has this baby that they've given that they won't relative place that child. And so, I mean, what is going on with the way they're treating our kids is frightening.
We have a case right here